stories what?
Like there's a whole bunch of latest are actually like Commonwealth sport.
Do you know what the we're good? Are you sure? Well, honey, we have a little bit of time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we have a little bit of time. You can sit there, though.
You can sit there, right?
You can sit there.
I think I need a tissue.
You can get a tissue? Okay. So, hold on. We're holding on.
Stories of what the apostles did following Christ's ascension, right? So the first one was holding on. An old man and an old woman who held back on giving the full amount that they were going to tithe to the church, and they immediately dropped dead. So that's a good way to inspire people to give generously when that comes back.
The story of Ananias, that who chose to lie and had no reason to. That and other conversations happening. Okay, we're not quite live yet.
We are actually live.
Oh, we are live.
Well, not live, but
We're not really live. We're partially live. So we're still trying to figure out if we're live. We might be live, and that's kind of an interesting thing. So this is what happens when you kind of get to the point where, you know, I'm thinking, you know, it's probably not going to pick up my voice really well because it's behind me. So, do I need to change the position because the mic is behind me? That's a bit problematic. What's that? I don't have lipstick, no.
I know you don't, or either.
Oh, no.
Sure.
Probably, yeah. I guess so. Can you hear, like, you'll have to actually listen because, you know, I'll be talking to you, and this is behind me. So that could be a bit problematic. I can't hear myself, no.
okay.
No, I can't hear myself. So,
I can hear you great on here, and I can actually kind of hear me.
oh, okay. All right, well then, well, if you're ready to go.
Chalk is tagged in here?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can hear myself in the background, so. Ready?
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I was born ready for this. Let's do this thing. Welcome to Udicci Updates, and I just lost him. We're good. So again, we're back to trying all these new kind of fun things, and this is sort of our new layout for tonight. We figured let's try a little bit something. Let's each week try something new, see if we like it, see if we don't like it, see what we have to do to fix it, and you know, just kind of keep moving on forward because that's kind of what business is all about. So once Tim gets set back down, we can kind of talk about what's going on. Are you there? Are you there? All right. So tonight, for those of you who did not come down, tonight was Crock Pot Wars down here at the Hungerford. Basically, just a couple people from studios around here got together. We each made something in a crock pot.
Okay,
we
I
had like
think
a what?
I think we're there.
Oh, you're happy?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Tim's happy. So yeah, we basically all have brought a dish to pass, and we're hanging out down here at the studio. We're talking about you know, people giving all they have, and those people who say they give all they have, but really hold a little bit back. And really, what's the difference between those people? That's a great conversation, right? Wait a second. If I think about this real quick, if we want to talk about people who give all that they have, or the people who say that they gave all they have, but really didn't give.
Are we asking for examples?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that example. I don't know where I'm going with that.
This man right here gives bacon where bacon belongs. He always makes sure there's bacon in every bite of everything he makes. That's why everything he makes is the most important thing on the
And I mean, smoked mashed potatoes with bacon. Absolutely amazing. So tonight, obviously up on Udicci.TV, if you've been paying any attention out on Facebook, you know that this is the week that, you know, our arms are up for Willie. We're Willie Monroe supporters far and near, and for all as we can do. Let's go, Willie Monroe. Let's, you know, take down Triple G. Let's do your stuff. You stand up. You represent the Rock. You do your thing. You stay focused while you're out there in Los Angeles. We'll hold down the fort back here, and we'll rally as many people we can to just kind of thank you for the hard work that you've put in that's allowed you to get to this spot where you are now and actually up there competing at that level where you are that champion, where you give all that you can give and all that you say you give even more. And that's just who you are. We appreciate you out there. Shout out to Julio out in Los Angeles, who actually flew out to be with Willie and his wife while they were out there. So thanks for representing Udicci.TV in Los Angeles, right? We're talking to Real Talk 360 tonight. Mercedes Vasquez is going to be here tonight. And obviously she's a wonderful person to talk about, maybe what Willie's kind of going through right now, because she's been there. She's been in the corner with the people who were getting ready for that big championship moment, and we'll have that conversation with her tonight. So a lot of good stuff ahead. And what are we actually trying to do here? Because that felt more like an intro.
Yeah, it definitely did. I don't know. I was kind of really focused on the audio because it wasn't coming across. That's up with the mic that we got to fix, but we'll get there.
All right, so let's just start the whole day over. Let's pretend right now it's 7 this morning, and let's...
Well, we're supposed to go on a 2-minute break, but we are running a few minutes behind today, so we can take a 1-minute break and then come back quick.
We will, but before we go to the 1-minute break, this morning I went out to Lakeshore Community Church, and they are holding the Global Leadership Summit, and it's August 7th. Where was it? It's August 7th and 8th. I don't know exactly sure the dates right here. It's somewhere. And I really feel like it's something we should do. It was really inspiring. There were some great words that came out of there. Some great points. It's leaders from industry, ministry, business leaders, all sorts of people. I think that there's something really we should think about doing. And for any of the people out there in Rochester who are thinking, I'm a leader, I want to be a leader, here, go here. Learn from the people who the world recognizes as leaders, and we'll go from there. So you want to take a 1 minute, you're saying?
Yeah, we'll take a 1 minute.
All right, we'll take a 1 minute, and that means that basically for 1 minute we're going to sit here and not quite know what we're doing. Because this really is going to be just our update. So we're back. Update. So it's interesting. We're going to go through a lot of things that are happening here at Udicci, and some of the stuff that's beginning to happen. We'll share as we go, and honestly, there's no possible way that we can share in just the half hour that we're dedicating each week to this. So what we're going to begin doing is having more and more people come on the system. You can follow us a little bit more often. And I know a lot of you sitting there, why do we want to follow you? And many people just don't really get it. But we're trying our best to be something of a reality business, right? That we're going to use social media to kind of share with people what's happening as a business grows, what's involved with it. We'll share the insights, the good, the bad, the ugly kind of stuff. And so if you're interested in actually getting a Udicci profile, just request an invite. I believe that they can do that.
They can. They actually can go out to the site now and request an invite. We're still working through a couple of minor little quirks here and there, but They should be able
Yeah,
to
that's fine.
submit that.
So we basically give them you get a role as like an audience member, something like that. We'll give you a little role that you can see what's going on.
Opens
and
up
then
a
if
little bit
you're-
more of the information that we're sharing
Yeah.
and using on our system.
And if they, want to get more involved through the site, they'll be able to do that too.
Yeah, we can make them contributors eventually.
Let's just make them kings of the world.
Yeah, not quite yet.
No. Actually, Kevin,
Yeah.
what title would you like to be called? As I think about our conversation, yes.
Prince.
Well, that's what I'm going with. Do you want king, prince, or emperor? I'm not really sure. I mean, yesterday, any of them.
Yeah, any of those.
Okay, king,
Emperor,
prince.
Prince, like if we combine them.
You gotta do like prince, emperor.
Yeah, Prince Emperor, that'd be good.
Right, as long as your name's not Brad,
Prince King.
right?
Yeah.
Because we don't call Kevin Brad.
No.
Yeah. Don't. There's a whole backstory to Brad.
I kind of figured that was coming.
What's that?
Kind of figured that was coming.
But
Brad.
that's-
Nobody's good enough to be Brad.
What's that?
Nobody's good enough to be Brad. Only Brad. Only Brad.
Brad may be good enough to be Brad, but we don't like Brad because Brad's perfect in every way.
No, that's a problem. Everybody likes Brad. He's so perfect, you can't not like him. Yeah, you want to.
Well-
Only Joey doesn't like Brad.
Well, it's okay. So Joey's got
Just read the book. That's how perfect he is.
what?
Did you skim the book?
Not yet. No. I will continuously do this. Brad broke another record. Saying Brad broke a record is like a broken record.
One of those
All
guys.
right. So what's that?
Remember that.
One of those guys.
One of those guys. Yeah, he's one of those guys. We all grew up with those kind of guys, right? It wasn't us. So what's going on? Last Friday we're adding an event here at the Udicci Studios.
The last Friday of the month,
The
clarify
last
that.
Friday of the month, and I'm not saying this is going to be a monthly occurrence yet. We still have to kind of talk through that when we want it. But last Friday this year, this Friday, what we're going to do is from 4 to 6 o'clock. We're just going to have a social event. We may not stream. We're still going to kind of decide that. But what we're doing is we're just asking kind of everybody who's kind of involved with what we're doing, interested in what we're doing, want to invite friends to understand it better, to come on, get together with us. But more so what we're asking is all people who have been involved with us to at least plan to get about a half hour to an hour here that day, a little in and out, because we want to start networking the people who are networking with us. And
Just
really
to be
start-
clear, that's May 29th.
May 29th?
May 29th.
All right. It's kind of like get to know you. That's
Yes.
kind of the whole idea is really just to start tightening up the network, right? It's great to have a lot of loose connections. It's better to have a lot of tighter connections, right?
Right. Plus, we have a lot of people that can start contributing in other areas for other people.
Exactly. Yeah. There's I mean, right now you want to grow your business. Right now is the time to start getting involved with us, right? I mean, you always hear about those people like, I wish I was there in the beginning. In the beginning. So that's last Friday. What else do we have going on?
Man, where does it start? Well, actually, Riot started this past second Saturday.
Riot started this Saturday.
That was interesting. My first time out on the books by myself.
Tim's debut on
Yeah.
Tech Talk with Tim
Yeah.
and Udicci IT. Tune in on second Saturday to watch more. What? No? It was actually, I've got to say, after last Friday's event with the ladies, and
Yes.
Allison, good job to the ladies at Narrow Pass and Shine for pulling that off with Cultivate. That was quite the event last Friday. Last Friday. And then the next day we did second Saturdays. And that was kind of a fun little experience for us, and that looks like that's going to be growing very quickly.
Yeah, that has some legs already starting to happen, so that one's interesting.
Yeah, what I think we're going to do is actually try to use the second Saturdays as a means of trying to pull some more of the people of the Hungerford together, get some commitment from people, particularly on the second floor, to kind of participate in maybe some coffee and donuts in the morning, and maybe some more stuff in the afternoon to, get some families down here. First Friday is a very fast-paced, really social community event. I'm thinking if we could try to get second Saturdays to maybe have a little bit slower pace.
Right.
Bring the kids down, bring the, from 8 to on up, your kid, like whatever kids, we're going to have something going on for them at the Hungerford. you know, a lot in a little bit slower paced community. So that's gonna be fun. We're gonna talk about that on last Friday
Right.
of this month.
And then what other events we got coming up?
Well, there's fourth Monday and every other Saturday.
Okay.
No,
Great.
no. Okay, it's not fourth Friday. So it is funny that like I think we've gotten away from the idea of actual dates for anything, but so that's good stuff. What else have we got going on that we can really kind of share? We've got some new stuff happening in the credit union market that's going to be quite exciting. What's that?
Salespeople are starting.
We got the salespeople starting. We actually have a branding class starting next, what is it, Tuesday? I can't remember. I think it's Tuesday morning, 9:30 down here at the studio. We're going to start a branding series. It looks to be about a 4 to 6 to 8 week series, or come as you can, but it's going to be, we've currently got 5 or 6 people signed up to come in and kind of start learning, you know, what is a brand and how do we, you know, how do we brand? And we'll help them walk through that process and, you know, hopefully help them reach further into the market.
Yeah, I think we gotta mention Amanda Ashley show kicking back up this.
Amanda Ashley Show! Great point!
Coming back May 28th.
May 28th, afternoon cocktail with Miss Ashley herself. You're going down, Tag. You're going down. Amanda Ashley, May 28th. That's going to be a lot of fun. Amanda just has something about her that when people, when she does something, people listen.
Yeah, there's definitely a network that is following her and a lot of the music.
Yeah, and our minutes watched right now is really slumping. We need Amanda's help because Tag's just
not doing the job.
He's not doing
We got to renegotiate his.
Yeah, right. Oh, actually, next week, people need to tune in next week. We're having a new guest on. His name is Chris, and I'm not going to give too many details about him, but very intriguing fellow. He's got some real unique point of views, quite the life experience, quite the life story to tell, and really has some things that I think people need to hear.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to bring an interesting light to the table, just from what I've been hearing.
Yeah, the conversation that it can be had, I'm really looking forward to having he and Tess come together, have some conversations. Shout out to Tess. Tess is down in Florida. You know,
that's right. She's at her conference.
That's right. She's doing her. You know, she's doing her job. She was getting
hashtag entrepreneur life.
Hashtag entrepreneur life. We love you, Tess. Take care. Get back here. Don't dance too much. Don't dance too hard. So yeah, some cool stuff.
Cool.
So what are you?
We got 1 minute left.
We got 1 minute left, and then what are we supposed to be doing here?
Let's see. What are we doing after this? We're going to
featuring.
We're going to a 2-minute break, and well, this was the featuring piece of it.
Oh, this was the featuring piece.
Yeah. The next one is supposed to be the updates. This was kind of the update.
Oh, I kind of just went backwards with it.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry.
Alright.
I misdirected you.
Well, we'll flip it around. We'll have a little fun because this is really important that we get it right in order each and every time. If we don't, who knows what's going to happen.
All right. So you want to just make this a 1 minute break and come
Yeah,
back?
we'll make a 1 minute break.
All right. Here we go.
Hey, you want to fill in? Want to come talk about the chamber? All right. Let's actually set up.
to turn the mic on.
Yeah, sure.
So loud.
So loud there. All right, so because the whole idea of impromptu TV, or as Tess calls it, guerrilla TV,
Oh my.
and we actually tonight we had a gentleman that was planning to come on, and he's got a really great story, and he wants to share it. But they're actually launching a new franchise. Have you seen the what do they call them?
Bubble Ball Extreme.
Bubble balls?
Oh, is that where they're running around playing like soccer and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, they're actually
Is it around
franchising
here?
that. Yeah, from here.
Oh, I didn't know it was from here.
Yeah, I don't
One
know
of them. It's not the guy who originated the ball.
Okay.
the balls themselves, but now they're starting a franchise to create leagues around the country with those.
When do we start?
Yeah, he was actually supposed to be here tonight, but they got their franchise apparently, whatever you want to say, approved a couple weeks ago, and they've got a number of people popping right now interested in
bring 'em
actually
in.
getting, So
They actually just sold their first franchise, I believe, in the Albany area.
nice.
Wow.
So
that's
yeah,
great
so
business.
we basically got Mark will be on in a couple weeks. It's just we keep missing. So tonight, and this is why we love Guerrilla TV, is we've got Will with us from the Greece Chamber of Commerce, and we'll just kind of set. I guess I'll set the stage. I think from all the people I've ever met from the Greece Chambers, which is like none, you're the best.
Wow.
I gotta
That's
tell
a
you.
ringing endorsement.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no.
Thank you so much. Not too kind.
It's in all seriousness. Obviously, through the years in business, I've talked to tons of people from chambers, but you actually seem to take an interest in what's going on in our community. I see you
It's a
everywhere.
good community. It's a lot of fun. We work with a lot of people in a lot of areas, and not just the chamber, but really all the chambers do. You know, all the chambers are really based on working with different communities and different parts of the community and trying to help and grow business in the area. And that's exactly what we try to do as well.
So, what would you, from a small business side, right? I don't know that the average small business guy really gets why the chamber. I think we generally get it, but we don't quite get it. And, I mean, you've got how many members?
We have about 850 member organizations in the Greece Chamber.
And out of how many, let's say, in your service area, which I know extends beyond Greece, but in your reach, how many businesses are in your reach?
It's really tough to say. It depends on how many you want to look at. If it's just sole proprietors,
Okay.
I mean, we're looking at several thousand. We're looking at probably 20,000 or so in the Greece area itself, in the
Okay.
14626 area if you want to get technical with it. But we have about 96,000 people that live in Greece,
Okay.
and if you think about it, that sounds like a lot of people, and it is. It's roughly the same size as Albany. So it's really a big area, a large population in a small area. Is what it is.
And to think like you've got 850, which is a wonderful number, but that's still a very small percentage of the whole.
Correct.
So what is it you'd like the small businessman to know? What would you like him to hear and really have resonate with him?
Really, we're there for them. We're one more way that you can look at it. We have people that have been in the chamber. We have people that have been members of the chamber, staff members of the chamber for about 15 years. We have two others that have been around for 9 or 10 years. So just out of them, there's a real wealth of knowledge in the area. And I'm fairly new myself, but I get to learn, and I'm learning from them and seeing what's out there for the everybody. And we're working on our bonds with local, state, and community leaders, and really trying to make everything better and help them out when
I was
possible.
kind of joking around a little earlier, but I called you like a social marketer. But that's kind of what you are. You're everywhere, and when you hear like us talking and you filter through all the cards in your head, right? And you're going, you guys should meet X, Y, and Z.
That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah.
Really what I'm trying to do right now is work with small businesses, especially the brick and mortar businesses. They may have been around for a few years. They may have been around for 30 years. And they're, very set in their ways, but there's a whole lot of digital companies, there's a whole lot of, other things that are out there right now that really, to stay afloat, to keep going, you need to. And that's why I want people to learn about Udicci, obviously, and I want you to learn more about my members, and see if we can, work together is what I'm hoping for.
And I believe from a community development standpoint, it is the relationships. And honestly, for a very minimal fee, I don't know if are we allowed to share what the fee is? I mean, low end is
It's public
a couple
knowledge.
$100.
Yeah, it's $200 for a sole proprietor.
So yeah, $200, $300 a year.
A year.
All right,
yes.
$200 or $300 a year, and
You can tip more if you want, really.
right. $200 a year and a couple cups of coffee, whatever you say.
Hey, I like coffee.
Yeah, there you go. So very, very minimal when you think about the idea that it's like having like I say, just another person out there representing your business because you represent the community and you want to represent the community commerce, the commercial side of it, that's the job of the chamber. I don't know why we don't get that easier.
It's tough to see, really, quite honestly. A lot of people don't understand it. They're just kind of, figure out we're not part of the government. We're our own, we're our own company, a 501c6, which is not like a 501c3 charity. It's a non-profit. And so, we have some constraints. We have board members that we work with, and they really show us, the best way to do business, as well. So we have a lot of things that are out there that we can use, and we can help small businesses really at any point in their lifespan.
So what are some of those services like that you can help with?
Well, if you're starting off with a new company and you have a new area, we offer free ribbon cuttings for you.
Okay.
So you don't even have to be a member, and it doesn't cost you anything. And you just would want to be able to do that, and give me a call and I'd be able to help you out with that, get that set up.
What's that?
1 minute.
He's like pointing at us. I thought he was like, you're sweating. I'm like, I know I am. It's a bit hot in here. So the coat's coming off, but well, I appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank
a little
you.
impromptu thing,
Thank
and
you. It's a lot of fun.
obviously, if people want to get a hold of you, Will Phillips at the.
Actually, it's even easier on a first name basis. Will at greasechamber.org.
That's very easy.
Yeah.
And if you're watching and you want to get a hold of Will, get a hold of us. We'll make the connect because we'll definitely be doing more with.
I got a guy.
As we go. I got a guy. I got a guy. His name's Will. That's what we do.
I got a guy. He's on Udicci.
Yeah. Udicci.
Udicci.
All right, well,
Hey,
thanks for
thank you
coming
so
on.
much.
All right, thanks. All right, and we'll be back. Oh, wait, I guess you're gone. We're out of there. So. Tim tells me I have to do an outro, but I have to do it really, really quick because we only have a minute to go. So, come back for Verbum, where we're going to be on with the hot Cheyenne.
Oh my God.
We're going to be talking about the word cultivate tonight, and we're going to kind of dive into the idea of beauty, grace, and lifestyle. Stay tuned. Come right back.